Worship is something when we walk into a place, or if we're at home. Worship is something where we take everything that we have and we give it to God. Worship is not something, if it's your birthday and I buy a gift for you, I'm thinking about you the entire time. I'm thinking about what I can give you to show you how much I appreciate you. Or I also just want to give you something that I think might make you happy. Because if that happens, then it's funny because on your birthday I get that gift, I give it to you, you get happy, and I feel some of that. It echoes through me, and I do get something out of that. If I buy something just with that feeling of if this is going to make me happy if I give it to you, then it's not really, I'm missing a big part of what the give and take is. In the world of worship, what we're doing is we are celebrating our heart. We're celebrating our souls, and we're giving that and thinking at that moment just of how much we love God and how much we appreciate God and how thankful we are, and we try to do things that we think might please God. And in an echo of that, we get something out of it. But if we go into worship just with ourselves in mind of the air conditioning is just too high, or I don't like that song, or boy, that pastor's really boring, I'm not getting anything out of this. Well, church and worship is not really where we go to just get something out of it. It's where we give and then we receive. I do believe in miracles. I think that one of the greatest miracles is one of the ones that are ignored almost daily. I think that we think of miracles, and I do believe in miracles of healing. I do believe in Jesus walking on water, things like that. I think that those are miracles that we can easily call miracles. But I think that the true miracles that we are missing are the ones where we have pain and suffering in our world, and yet we're still able to hold on to hope and faith and love, where we have people that have been injured, and then we have people that have come into their lives to help them and to help heal them and to love on them, where we have disasters going on, and then we see people arriving to those disasters and helping people and sacrificing their own lives to save someone else and to bring them joy. We see people that are still hopeful, still filled with faith, and still full of grace. And if you look at the world the way it is today, that's a hard, that would seem, after generations and generations of pain and suffering and violence and power and all of that kind of stuff, you would think that grace would decline, or that hope and faith would be non-existent now. But it's still there. And people are still celebrating the love of Jesus Christ by showing an example of the love of Jesus Christ. If there's not a miracle in that, I'm not sure if I would know what a miracle is. Faith has to be practiced. I really do think so. I think that I really think that all of us have a faith strength that kind of goes like this. I don't think anybody's faith, I accepted Christ and look at this, I have all the answers and things are just going wonderfully, and we all have this. And I think that just like many things in our world, if we're not practicing, if we're not doing things, then those dips can get even further, and they can get harder to climb up. So for my faith practice, I like to meditate. I like to start off the day in quiet and talk about God and talk to God. My wife and I pray together many times a day. I think that we are in constant conversation. I like to take walks. I like to laugh. To me, laughter is a very joyous celebration of who Jesus is. I think that reading scripture is a phenomenal way. I think that being around fellowship of other people, of other Christian people celebrating the love of Christ and the grace of Christ. And I also think that loving your neighbor, helping your neighbor, is a huge, huge way of practicing your faith.